Japan, Japanese. Ri-ben, Nippon or Nihon, and formerly Ri-ben-guo, is an island country in East Asia. It is situated in the northwest Pacific Ocean, and is bordered on the west by the Sea of Japan, while extending from the Sea of Okhotsk in the north toward the East China Sea and Taiwan in the south. Tokyo is the nation's capital and largest city. Other major cities include Yokohama, Osaka, Nagoya, Sapporo, Fukuoka, Kobe, and Kyoto. Japan is the 11th most populous country in the world, as well as one of the most densely populated and urbanized. About 3/4 of the country's terrain is mountainous, concentrating its population of 125.5 million on narrow coastal plains. The Greater Tokyo area is the most populous metropolitan area in the world, with more than 37.4 million residents. Japan has been inhabited since the Upper Paleolithic period, 30,000 BC, though the first written mention of the archipelago appears in a Chinese chronicle, the Book of Han, finished in the 2nd century AD. Beginning in the 12th century, political power was held by a series of military dictators, shogun, and feudal lords, daimyo, and enforced by a class of warrior nobility, samurai. After a century-long period of civil war, the country was reunified in 1603 under the Tokugawa shogunate, which enacted an isolationist foreign policy. In the Meiji period, the Empire of Japan adopted a Western-modeled constitution and pursued a program of industrialization and modernization. Amidst a rise in militarism and overseas colonization, Japan invaded China in 1937 and entered World War II as an Axis power in 1941. Under the 1947 constitution, Japan has maintained a unitary parliamentary constitutional monarchy with a bicameral legislature, the National Diet. Japan is a great power and a member of numerous international organizations, including the United Nations, since 1956, the OECD, the G20 and the Group of Seven. After World War II, Japan experienced record growth in an economic miracle, becoming the second largest economy in the world by 1972 but has stagnated since 1995 in what is referred to as the lost decades. As of 2021, the country's economy is the third largest by nominal GDP and the fourth largest by PPP. A global leader in the automotive, robotics and electronics industries, Japan has made significant contributions to science and technology. The culture of Japan is well known around the world, including its art, cuisine, music, and popular culture, which encompasses prominent comic, animation and video game industries. Before Ri-ben was adopted in the early 8th century, the country was known in China as Wo, changed in Japan around 757 to Hei, and in Japan by the endonym Yamato. Nippon, the original Sino-Japanese reading of the characters, is favored for official uses, including on banknotes and postage stamps. Nihon is typically used in everyday speech and reflects shifts in Japanese phonology during the Edo period. The name, Japan, is based on Chinese pronunciations of Ri-ben and was introduced to European languages through early trade. In the 13th century, Marco Polo recorded the early Mandarin or Wu Chinese pronunciation of the characters Ri-ben-guo as Sapangu. The first version of the name in English appears in a book published in 1577, which spelled the name as Giapan in a translation of a 1565 Portuguese letter. A Paleolithic culture from around 30,000 BC constitutes the first known habitation of the islands of Japan.